working well enough now. Very good one.
We could do it.
Found a cousin that went to your house.
His grandfather.
I'm sure when you told her.
We have to make a motion. When we reconvene, would you entertain a motion to excuse us? You guys aren't going to be.
Yeah, she's right. What'd you say?
Should we get you some snacks? Those old Indian ladies used to sniff it. Copenhagen?
Oh, yeah. Nah.
They did. That is disgusting. All right, we are reconvened, and we're back to the agenda. I'd like to entertain a motion. I talked with Lana when I first got here, and she was running a fever of over like 103. So I'd like to entertain a motion to excuse Lana. Kathy, Jennifer.
Kathy.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carries. Up first we have ACFS new. And if we'll read only the resolved sections tonight.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the FY 2016 budget modification to Native Employment Works for a decrease in federal HHS monies of $24,095.40. No effect on tribal support.
Motion.
Second. Motion and support. This was workshop, but Jessica is here to explain it.
Jessica Dunback here on behalf of ACFS. This was workshopped earlier today. Basically what it was is they were under the assumption that they'd have carryover funds from 2015. Those funds were spent out in 2015, so there's no carryover funds. So the budget is just being zeroed out.
Good, concise, I appreciate that. Are there any questions or comments from the board? What number do we have?
2015-192.
All right, then, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carries. Okay, next up is Judicial Services FY 2015 budget modification.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the FY 2015 budget modification to Judicial Services for an increase in federal BIA monies of $30,953. No effect on tribal support.
Motion. Second.
Motion and support. Without objection, I will explain this one. We brought in the BIA volunteer to come in and do an assessment of our tribal court, and they did see an area that we could potentially get funding for, so their assessment suggests that we could improve in this particular area, and it is to purchase software and a risk assessment tool for Compass Core. And then we applied for a grant based on that, and we got it, so this is to just basically spend the money to upgrade our systems to strengthen our judicial system. So, are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carries. Next we have Law Enforcement Cops TRGP 2011.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2016 budget for COPS TRGP 2011 with federal DOJ monies of $227,087. No effect on tribal support.
Approved.
Second.
You ate some cake, didn't you?
Is there a second?
Second.
She has a cake.
Cake.
All right. Bob.
Marcian, Chief of Police for the Sault Drive Law Enforcement. This is to extend our budget so we can spend out the remainder of the grant. We've received a 6-month extension, so this will afford us the opportunity to purchase vehicles, some equipment, and training dollars.
Okay, are there any questions or comments from the board? The amount is, we do need to do, budget, our roll call.
Bridget.
Here. Yes. Well, did we take the original roll call? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did do.
Bridget, you need a a piece of cake.
Is there drinks out there with the cake or what?
DJ,
Yes.
Rum cake.
Kathy,
Yes.
Rita,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Denise,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Denny,
Yes.
Darcy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Next up is law enforcement FEMA emergency operations.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the FY 2015 budget modification to juvenile detention repair and maintenance to budget $98,637 from the funds from the program's fund balance and $2,000 of tribal support for the purchase of equipment.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and support, and Bob?
This is a modification to the 3180, cost center 3180, to take the $98,000 from our detention revenue, put it into this cost center line, so we could pay for generator that goes out at the judicial center.
Are there any questions from the board? Here-
Oh, it's to cover the expense of the generator that was placed at the judicial building.
Which is our hub for any emergency response.
Yes. That's for the whole building, that's law enforcement and court.
All right. So without objection, we'll have a roll call.
Kathy,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Denny,
Yes.
Denise,
Yes.
Bridget,
Yes.
Darcy,
Yes.
Rita,
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Next is Health Division Healthy Start Grant.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2016 budget for Healthy Start Grant with intertribal council monies of $76,000. No effect on tribal support.
Motion and support, and we have Tony Davis.
Thank you. This modification is to establish the budget. Healthy Start was in effect for 2015, and this is a continuation. It's a very unique budgeting year. It's for 10 months, and it's for the Healthy Start program, which is in-home parenting, training, and education for tribal parents across the Upper Peninsula. We will receive $76,000 for this 10-month period.
All right, are there any questions? We did workshop this already.
Yes, you can.
Hearing none, we do need a roll call.
Denny,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Bridget,
Yes.
Darcy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Rita,
Yes.
Denise,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Keith.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next up
Thank
we
you.
have Partnership to Improve Community Health Farm to Preschool Project Evaluation of Research Staff.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby authorizes the Health Division's Community Health Program in partnership with the Sioux Tribe Early Childhood Program as an evaluation component of the Partnerships to Improve Community Health PISH grant to undertake a farm-to-school project evaluation as a research study. Motion to approve.
Motion and support. How do you say that? That's why I avoided it in the title.
It's pitch. They
Pitch.
shorten it as pitch, but Partnership to Improve Community Health.
Okay. All right, tell us what we're doing.
Okay, so Lisa Myers, Health and Wellness Manager with Community Health. Our request is through our CDC-funded Partnership to Improve Community Health grant project, we are collaborating with our early childhood programs to offer a farm to preschool initiative, a project. And with that project, we're required to do evaluation. And what we're requesting is your approval to do that evaluation as a research project.
And one of the big questions whenever you do a research is an IRB approval, and the Michigan
we're working with Michigan Public Health Institute, and there are evaluators that we contracted with to do our evaluation of our grant projects, and they will be doing the IRB process through their board.
Okay, all right, so that's the protection of the data.
Yes.
Okay, any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carries. Number again?
197.
197.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay, next up is, see that one we didn't do. Unit 3, 2% dollars fall distribution.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors hereby agrees to give the authority $10,000 and 2% dollars out of the 2015 fall 2% distribution for the purpose stated herein. Be it further resolved that 2% distribution authorized herein is contingent upon the authority receiving a final award of the grant. Be it finally resolved that the 2% distribution authorized herein shall be drawn from Unit 3's 2% short-term allocation for the 2015 fall 2% distribution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and support. We discussed this today, and there was some substitute language.
Do you have that?
I got it.
Motion to amend the list. Second.
Okay, we will read it and then I'll ask without objection for the amendment.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors recognizes the authority of the Unit 3 Board of Directors to allocate short-term 2% within their local unit of government on a semi-annual basis, and hereby agrees to give the authority $10,000 and 2% dollars out of the fall 2015 2% short-term distribution for the purpose stated herein.
Without objection.
It replaces the fourth paragraph.
Right. Replace the form.
Doesn't say.
So hold on, so without objection, we will replace the, is it the final?
Yes, it's
result?
the final.
Hearing no objection. So now we'll vote on the main motion with the exclusion of the final paragraph and with the new language that substitutes it. Discussion.
Yeah.
PJ.
That, what I wrote right there, basically, for anybody who worries that this may set a precedence for allocating short-term 2%,
Oh.
that just says that all we're doing is recognizing that the Unit 3 directors have the authority to allocate short-term 2% within their unit. We do that, but they need a formal acknowledgement of it for the grant that they're giving it for. That's all. So it's no different than a letter written by Aaron, but in this case, I just tried to expedite it by writing it that way. So that's why I was written that way. Yeah.
Other discussion?
Well, I was just gonna say earlier, when we had the discussion, it was that you were gonna write a letter, just given,
I'm
doing
prepared
it.
to.
And that's what I thought was gonna happen, so now, I don't know what happened in the meantime and during our break time or whatever, it's changed and come back to doing their whole resolution and then adding something else. So.
Just to be clear, I just wrote that so people wouldn't be all pissy over something that was very simple, okay? That's all it was.
I see how you did it, I'm still not.
They're giving
sure.
2% more than you had. Can I make a motion to replace that with a letter from the chairman?
That will supersede it, but yes, that would be germane. You want to do that?
But it just gives the credibility that you voted on authorizing him to do that. Even though I
Right,
know,
Kathy and then.
recognizing that he has the authority to write
We have to
the
read the
letter.
whole thing over.
Well, are you making a second amendment?
I'm asking if we can replace it.
Well, I'm making I'll second that if that's what you want to do. Okay, I'll second that amendment that we replace the existing language with the language that says the chairman can help assist the Unit 3 members by writing a letter of support for this.
Is that your motion? So if I can explain it to the audience, because you're probably confused by it. So we did, several years ago, the board voted, and I think Denise and I brought this to the table. We voted that short-term 2% are up to the authority of the unit reps. So we have a process right now where where local government applies for 2%. And then for short-term 2%, the board members receive all of the requests, and we have a standing resolution that lets the board members for that unit decide what's in the best interest of their unit. And so in this case, the two board members have brought forward a request. The local authority is requesting clear approval. And I believe that a letter that they sign on the 2% request to me, and then a letter on behalf of the tribe back to the funding agency fulfills that. And so they were just trying to cover their bases. The alternate language was good in that it would limit it to Unit 3, but that does make some people uncomfortable still. So this motion is good because it fulfills what we need, and it replaces everything down the line, so it'll be done. And what I like about it is it makes it clear and preserves that the unit reps still have the authority over their local 2%. So that's why I like it. Okay. All right.
Kathy had her hand.
Kathy.
After Cassie's done, sorry.
And the other concern that we voiced today is because we're making a resolution today and we go forward like 5-10 years from now. We don't want somebody saying, well, we did this before, we set precedents, where it turns into something else that it wasn't meant to be. And that even comes from our legal department lots of time, that we set precedents. So that's what we're trying to avoid.
Okay, can I clarify one?
Yes.
Just to clarify, what happened is the DDA, the city of St. Ignace, asked that they're going for a grant to put ball fields in at Little Bear and St. Ignace, and they need $130,000 in match funds. They got all of it but $10,000. They asked Bridget and I if we could give 2% funding for $10,000. We said we could. They said they got to write the grant right now. They need, like they got one from everybody else, all the other governments that they got it from, whether it be McCann or Moran Township or whatever, they got a resolution. So they wanted a resolution from us. So that's why I was asking the board for a resolution, so it would go in the grant package, so the grant would accept it. The board thinks that that's setting a precedent, so we're going to ask the chairman to write a letter, more or less stating that it's going to be there. So we hope that's enough, that'll suffice for the grant application.
It'll be a commitment letter.
Yeah, a commitment letter, but I'm just saying, so that's kind of where Bridget and I were coming from with that, but we see it's a problem, but so.
And I can do it to our best.
Yep.
Call for
Thank
the
you.
vote. Oh, I'm
All,
sorry.
without objection, we'll have a roll call.
DJ. Darcy.
No.
DJ.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Denise.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Lana, oh, sorry, Rita,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Bridget,
yes.
Denny,
Yes.
Catherine.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, so now we are on relinquishments. Oh wait, did we suspend the rules to
No,
add?
we did not.
Limited partial
Oh,
waiver.
we have a partial waiver before we go to the business. Do you have it first, John?
I have it.
Okay, you have the language, yeah, go ahead.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors pursuant to Tribal Code Chapter 76 grants a partial waiver to Miss Danielle Willis for the convictions of misdemeanor assault or assault and battery, July of 2012.
Motion to approve.
Okay, John.
So John Burnett, General Counsel, appearing for Tribal Prosecutor. Under the tribe's gaming compact, section 4D, the tribe has agreed that it will not hire in the casino any person for a key position or key management position who's been convicted of a crime. And in the case of gambling offenses and fraud offenses, misrepresentation, that bar is firm. But as to other crimes, the compact allows the tribal board to waive that prohibition and allow the person to be licensed and employed if the tribe determines that the person is a tribal member, is not likely to reoffend, and that the public good does not require that they be denied a license. That has been implemented in Chapter 76 of the Tribal Code. We have an application today from Danielle Willis. She was convicted of misdemeanor assault in July 2012. pled guilty, paid a fine. She's a 10-year employee of the casino as a gaming dealer. She made application. The prosecutor has reviewed the application, has determined that she meets all of the qualifications in the statute and recommends approval. Ms. Willis appeared before the board this afternoon to answer any questions and make her case, and the matter is now before the board for approval. And again, I want to make it clear that this does not eliminate the conviction. That's why we call it a partial waiver. What it does is to remove one effect of the conviction. It removes the prohibition against employment by the casino.
What it does is give the person the opportunity to either keep their job or make somebody be able to apply for a job. It doesn't mean that the supervisor has to hire them or anything. We just forgive them so they can move on. Call for the vote.
He did it this way, she did it this way. All right, so
I asked her first.
any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstaining? Motion carries. Okay, next up is relinquishments. And so we'll read it, and then Darcy's here to represent the committee.
Do you want me to read it? You want me to read all three?
Just 3 names.
Yeah, just the names is fine.
Mark F. Smith, Jesse L. Smith, and Mickey L. Smith.
Motion to approve.
I'll leave the 3 people that had.
Oh wait, Darcy, we need a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Motion and second, all right, Darcy. Without objection, Darcy will present from the enrollment committee.
These are 3 individuals that did letters certified that were sent to enrollment that they would like to relinquish their cards with the Sioux tribe. They are currently enrolled with the Hannahville Indian tribe, and they want to stay there. It's a family, 3 brothers. That's it.
Sufficient. Is there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries. So now you gotta come and collect them.
I know, I'm gonna give it to Joanne though.
Everybody just hand their in the back.
Actually,
They don't.
They don't have to collect these.
They don't have to collect them anyway. There's no longer.
She said,
Oh.
she said to shred them. I asked her.
I'll pay for them, don't need to.
You want some extra papers too?
No. They no longer put social security numbers on it. They used to. Yes. Yes.
Okay, next up is mass fall meeting travel. So we need a motion and second so we can explain what it is.
Second.
Motion and second, DJ and Rita. So what this is the Midwest Alliance of Sovereign Tribes will be meeting in some podunk community in Minnesota. We have to travel
Ice cream.
far. Do they have ice cream there?
No, he said you said it on live stream.
Oh.
Yeah, you just told them. That was nice.
The tribe makes the community though. And so in order to travel outside of Michigan, if any board members wishes to travel, we have to vote to travel outside of Michigan. So is there any questions or comments?
Yeah, can we change that rule?
I think we should, but
Moving on.
yeah, okay. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries. Now, the last item for action, co-captains, Great Lakes Conservation. Without objection, I'll just explain real quick. We did have a workshop on it today. There are 2 items for a Chippewa-Ottawa Resource Authority meeting for tomorrow. A special meeting is at 2 o'clock. And one of them is the issue of co-captains. One is the issue of a closure. So where we're at with our total allowable catch, there are some other tribes that are concerned that we are going to push up beyond the total allowable catch and have to go into a closure. They would prefer that we voluntarily go to a closure before that so that we for sure have an October fisheries. So that's that issue. The other issue is there could be a motion tomorrow to limit or restrict co-captains. We've talked about the legality of that, whether or not they can do that, but I would prefer to have some direction from the board so I know how to vote tomorrow. So, all right, DJ.
Can we separate the two topics on the
Yes.
agenda without objection to do that?
Yes.
So,
Well, they're both on the item.
They
so
are,
If
but-
you have a motion, just bring the motion.
no, it says co-captains.
All you have is co-captain.
Yeah, there's only co-captains.
That's the only thing that's on the agenda.
How did that happen?
I guess that's all.
I don't know, but
Yeah, you're
sure,
right.
yeah.
That one's okay, you know what, that one's okay though, because I already know how we're gonna vote on
He's
that.
not gonna do it, so it's okay, it's okay.
That's right. I'm not gonna vote for both.
We need something as a topic, so,
Oh, wait, hold on.
This-
no,
Oh, gotcha.